Hi guys, my name is Roshan Nandurkar and you are watching my YouTube channel Java and Python Geek. If you haven't subscribed my YouTube channel, so I request you to please click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell icon, guys. So the next interview question, it may ask you in interview room, what is a tree set in Java collection framework or what is tree set, guys? Okay, so this kind of question, it may ask you in interview room, guys. So we have to explain like this, guys. So the first point, okay, first point we can explain like if we want to represent a group of individual elements as a single entity according to some sorting order, according to some sorting, it will allow individual elements but according to some sorting order, guys. Okay, like a natural sorting order. Okay, natural sorting order, like for natural sorting order. Okay, so in the previous question we already discussed, we use comparable interface. Okay, or customized sorting order, guys. For customized sorting order we use, okay, comparator interface, guys. So then we should go for TreeSet class, guys. Okay, so it is the subclass of navigable interface. It is the subclass of navigable interface, guys. So what is navigable interface? We discuss in the question number 128, guys. Okay, so you can see that one, guys. Okay, so now then third point, allows only comparable or comparator class elements, guys. Okay, so the whichever class will implement comparable or comparator interface, okay, so only for those classes it will allows to add elements, guys. Okay, so heterogeneous elements are not allowed. Heterogeneous elements are not allowed. Duplicate elements are not allowed. Duplicate elements are not allowed. So, it can allow duplicate elements, but for that we have to use comparator interface, guys. Okay, by using comparator interface, okay, so we can customize. Okay, we can customize this tree set class, guys. Okay, so then null insertion is not possible. Okay, null elements not allow, guys. Okay, so then creates empty set in memory, creates empty set in memory, insertion order not follow. Okay, and default allows only comparator elements, guys. Okay, so now we can have one example, like let's say, okay, we said psvm, and suppose, okay, suppose we create a tree set. Okay, tree set. Okay, tree set, and suppose I set variable mts. Okay, new tree set, reset. Okay, now it allows only comparable interface. Like suppose I said ts dot add. Okay, ts dot add, and suppose I said ts dot add, once again I said 20. Okay, suppose I said ts dot add. Okay, and I said 5, guys. Okay, now suppose I try to print this okay, suppose I try to print this at ts. So now you can see, guys. Okay, so we will have elements in natural sorting order, guys. Okay, 5 10 20, because okay, because insertion order it will not maintain, guys. Okay, so now what is this 10 20 and 5, 10 20 and 5? These are the integer class elements, guys. Integer class or integer elements, guys. That's why it is going to allow, guys. Okay, tomorrow suppose I try to insert a null element. Okay, null element. So now we will get a null pointer exception, guys. Okay, null pointer exception. Okay, because null element not allowed. Suppose I try to insert a 20.5. Okay, so heterogeneous elements not allow, it will generate a class cast exception, guys. Got it, guys? Okay, so now, okay, suppose I try to say 10.5. Okay, 10.5 or 20.5 or 5.5. So now 10.5, 20.5, 5.5, these are the double class elements, guys. Okay, double. Okay, double class elements. Okay, so now hence it will allow, guys, because double class going to allow, going to implements, double class going to implements which interface? Comparable interface, guys. Okay, so now suppose tomorrow, suppose we write a class, a demo. Okay, demo class. Okay, let's say I write demo class. Okay, it is a duplicate class. Okay, suppose I said like a30, a130 class. Okay, and suppose I said implement comparator. Comparator. Okay, we will say comparator interface, comparator. Okay, and now this, whenever we implement this comparator interface, we need to override, compare method, guys. We need to override compare method. Why we need not to override equals method, guys? Okay, suppose, okay, equals method, equals method. Okay, Equals method is also coming from comparator interface. Okay, but suppose this interface we don't want to override, so now it will work, guys, because already our class is a class, is the subclass of object class. Okay, it is going to extend, okay, something like this, guys. Okay, and from this object class we are getting this equals method, guys. Okay, so within the object class already equals method is, okay, override there. Okay, override there, you can see, guys. Okay, you can see, we can go in this way, we can go in this way. Okay, equals method, equals method. Okay, equals method. So okay, equals, you can see, guys. Okay, equals method, you can see, guys, equals method. Got it, guys? So if we override or not, so it will work, guys, because of this object, because the child class, because A130 is the child class of object class. Okay, but compare method not overriding by object class, hence we compulsorily need to override which method? Compare method, guys. Okay, now suppose, okay, now suppose, okay, I said, okay, O1, 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 okay, object to be insert, and this is inserted. Okay, we will say to be insert, and this is a inserted, guys. Okay, inserted. Now to be insert, to be insert, I want to convert in to string, in the form of string, and then later on I will convert, okay, in integer. Okay, we will say integer dot percent, percent, percent. Okay, now I will say integer n1. Okay, this is the to be insert element, and this will be the inserted element, guys. Okay, I will say inserted dot toString. Then after we will perform comparison. Okay, we will say if n1 dot, okay, n1 dot, n1 less than, n1 less than n2, n1 less than n2. Okay, so then we will return, we will return, okay, we will return 1. Okay, else if, okay, we will say n1 greater than n2, we will say return -1. Okay, and then we will say else, else we will say return 0, return 0. Okay, for duplicate, for duplicate, duplicate element. Okay, we are returning this one for which element? Okay, greater. Okay, greater element, greater element. Okay, and we will say lesser element. Okay, lesser element. Got it, guys? So now then after, while creating the object of this tree set, we can give the A130 class object here, guys. Okay, A130 class, because A130 is the comparator class, because it will allow, by default it will work for comparable. Okay, or if we want to perform comparator elements comparisons, so then we have to give the object of, okay, comparator class object. Okay, so now suppose I say 10, 20 and 5. Okay, now run file, you will see, guys, you will see, guys. Okay, 5, 20, 10 and 5. Okay, so whenever, okay, whenever we will add any element, so always, always will invoke, always will invoke, okay, A130 class. Okay, A130 class, which method, guys? Compare method, compare method. Okay, compare method always, okay, will invoke A130 class compare method, guys. Okay, so now, okay, and in compare method we are performing the comparison. Suppose I return -1 from here or 1 from here, so now you will see, guys. Okay, so our elements will be in natural sorting order. Okay, default sorting order. Suppose we said 1, 1, -1, so now you will see, guys, the difference here, 20, 10 and 5. Okay, or suppose always we try to return 0, 0 and 0. Okay, so now it will say every element is a duplicate element. So now it will allows only first element. It will allows only first element, guys. Okay, so now hence we will say 1 from here. Okay, -1. This will be the customized sorting order, guys. Okay, this is the example of comparator interface also, guys. Got it, guys? Okay, so this is all about TreeSet class, guys. Okay, so it will allows only comparable or comparator elements, guys. Got it, guys? So thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, so don't forget to click on like and also share it to your friends, and keep learning, keep coding, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Until then, happy coding, guys. Thank you.